It's RW here. I just invented a tool. I want to show it to you. A good customer of mine has bought several of my wax slug making tools. Asked me if I could make a Lee buckshot cutter. Something that would separate these shot really nice and neat. Well, it's a prototype, and I've been testing, and I think that that's really doing an excellent job. This is the center shot. So you can see how close that is to round. Yeah, very nice. It's not squared off. You don't have like a little tail hanging off of it or anything. Let me show you how it works. It's not real terribly complicated. It's just very, very precise. That's what makes it kind of difficult to make. This center piece is exactly. The side pieces could be whatever width you want. They could be, you know, whatever. But the center has to be exactly the width of a shot at the blade tips. It's not so much that it has to be the width of the shot. The insert, the plastic part, doesn't have to be the width of the shot. The centers of those blades have to be pretty much exactly 32.2. That's what this shot is. It's 0.322 inches. And so then obviously it's pretty clear what's going to happen. You've got two pairs of blades. You've got four blades. And so when you close it, it's going to want to center those blades and separate the shot. Is that not a beautiful thing? Look at that, man. Isn't that sweet? And they're all exactly the same frickin' size. You know, they all have the same cut marks on them. So I'm real happy with the prototype. I'm thinking that I had to do this just to get started. So that's the Lee buckshot cutter tool from Mountain Storm. I'm going to be developing a production model, but first I just want to get one made so I can send it off to my client. And then I should have a template by that time where I can route precision parts. See, for instance, none of the rounds really line up. I want all the rounds to line up like circles. I want it to be like circles, like three circles, just perfectly spin on each other. And I want these flats to be perfectly straight and flat, and not lumpy and everything. And I don't want any sharp edges and blah, blah, blah. So obviously there's a lot of dialing and tweaking and configuring to do to make it just perfect. But the idea is there. And here's the deal, you know, is this the first one you've ever seen? Did I just invent something useful that nobody else has done yet? Could it be? Like a shell prepper? Yet another interesting, useful tool for reloaders? This is for guys that want to recast. Look, let's say you're like me and you happen to do a lot of wax slugs. I've got 10 pounds of lead there. I could recast it into much gnarlier lead. And make wax buckshot loads at no cost to myself, just by recasting. I think that's pretty clever. Just to show you can do this pretty rapidly now. I mean, you need, you know, what is it, 9 32 caliber pellets, or is it 9 38 caliber pellets? I forget how many pellets you put in for this. I haven't loaded this stuff. But it works really consistently, and then I'll show you the cut pieces. You don't want to cut your finger on that pair of blades there. I mean, it's a razor blade, so don't be flicking your finger in there like I just did. That was probably not a good idea. The shape is very, very round. I'm real happy with it. Compared to, like, I've got some buckshot over here that came out of a shell. So I don't think this is that much more beautiful. No, it's got like a little flat right there and stuff. Yeah, there's another little flat. See? So even shot factory loaded ammo isn't perfect. It's just lead shot, you know. But it's nice to try and keep it as perfectly round as possible so it flies straight. So that's the purpose of this tool, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little unveiling of my latest invention. This thing needs a lot of tuning up. This pivot has to be exactly the same size as the hole. Everything needs to look better. These pieces are the pain in the butt because I have to basically sand them. There's the only way I can shape them. and that's very finicky trying to get this to sand down to exactly the right size that I need, which is at the centers of those blades, 0.322. Alright, so here's these guys next to these guys. What's the difference, huh? Let's look at a couple of them real close. I want to see that. See, there's that flat. The only way I could think of making these things rounder would be to tumble them maybe in a tumbler with some media, you know. But that's about all I could think of. That's actually got more surface irregularities than the Lee is really, look at how round and perfect like a ball bearing that is. And this has got, I guess because it's in a factory and they make so bazillion million of them, look at how lumpy and bumpy that actually is. So the Lee shot's actually kind of nicer. Well, I want to thank my customer, Dan, for tasking me to make this cool tool. I would have never thought to make one of these. And almost immediately after he told me about it, this is what I wanted to make. I knew right away what I wanted to make. But I didn't have time. I've just been totally loaded up, guys. I'm backlogged on wax slug tools, and I got panels to make and stuff. So it's like this is why I'm out here at, what, 8:30 at the shop doing this. Because I just wanted to get this done, because I know Dan's probably like, is he ever going to do this? Well, Dan, I did it. Here it is, bro.